for a company to be preying on us, to be taking advantage of our disasters, our fears, to harm people and put them in financial distress when it's all to pay bonuses and salaries for people way outside of our community. That's unacceptable.
In Clearwater, a push to lower power bills has city leaders considering a bold idea. They might dump Duke Energy in favor of creating a publicly owned utility. The path Clearwater might take was actually taken years ago by another Florida city. Our Chad Mills found out what lessons Clearwater can learn from Winter Park.
Winter Park's current city manager was front and center during their transition. He tells me it was no cakewalk, but 20 years later, he has no regrets. A growing frustration in Clearwater. Some customers say they're tired of paying expensive Duke Energy power bills.
I mean, it's been dramatic. When I look back at our power bills from like a few years ago, 5 years ago, it was about around 150 generally, and right now we're at like $320 a month.
Looking to lower those rates and put more power lines underground, Clearwater leaders might dump Duke and create a public-owned and run power company.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous.
In a meeting Monday night, another Florida city's name came up a lot.
We mirrored our analysis based on what Winter Park is doing right now.
That issue was litigated by the city of Winter Park.
If we look at Winter
Park, just north of Orlando, was used as an example that a city like Clearwater can divorce an investor-owned utility in favor of creating one owned by the public.
I was the assistant city manager at the time.
Randy Knight headed up Winter Park's power shift. He said customers there were fed up with their big electric provider, Florida Power Corp, because of reliability issues.
It was somewhat legendary in Winter Park of how many outages and how long the outages were.
The fight to make the switch was long, tough, and expensive, but it finally happened in 2005, and Randy says it proved skeptics wrong.
We had been extremely satisfied.
Rates eventually went down, and 20 years later, 81% of Winter Park's lines are now underground.
We'll have our first speaker.
Back in Clearwater,
we're going down a $1 billion path.
A fight is already brewing against a public takeover. Duke Energy says its property is not for sale. It also says the takeover could cost a lot more than the city expects.
We think we are in the best position to serve the customers of Clearwater. We are proud to do so every day.
Randy's message to Clearwater: expect a fight, but don't let one stop you.
You certainly have to know your why, because it will be a tough battle.
During Monday's meeting, Clearwater leaders voted unanimously to move forward toward the creation of a public utility. They voted to create a takeover timeline and for an appraisal of Duke Energy's assets. Duke, though, has said it's not for sale. I'm Chad Mills reporting for Tampa Bay 28.
If you have concerns about costs for everyday essentials like utilities, scan that QR code on your screen and leave us a message on TampaBay28.com. We read all the messages so we can work on getting you the answers you're looking for.